welcome to my YouTube channel Idea Angel. I offer strategic advice on software and product development on my channel, and this is open for questions from my friends in the community. You can connect with me on LinkedIn or on YouTube, and you can post questions to me on topics related to e-commerce, software development, product development, and I shall be very happy to answer your questions in one of my videos. All right, so next question that I have received is from Amit Gupta, and he asks, Akhil, what do you suggest? Which is the best platform for e-commerce application, considering the huge data flow with perfection? So I think the key here is the huge data flow. So generally, the way I classify e-commerce businesses, I put them in three buckets: small, medium, and large. So small, medium businesses are the ones which are like doing, anywhere from 0 to 100, 200 orders a day. And then the medium businesses are something which are doing, getting orders in a range of 100 to maybe a couple of thousand orders in a day. And then the large ones who have like 1,000 or 2,000 orders plus, or in the large can then go up to even millions of orders in a day. And then if that is the case, then you can maybe have a fourth bucket, which is like super large companies. But anyways, broadly, small, medium, and large is what I look at. And you can look at it in another way, is the amount of business that you're doing in terms of GMV. So basically, what is your total turnover? So just think about 100 orders per day at an average. In an Indian context, if you would say like a $20 per order, which basically makes it to 2,000, 3,000, or 20,000, whatever. So the point is that you can either look at the small, medium, large bucket in the number of orders per day, or in terms of revenue per day. And then accordingly, what I suggest is that if you are in the small ones, then don't bother about technology too much. Just go for any online shop builder and just sign up for their software as a service subscription and build your store online. And I think that should just be sufficient. So there are companies like Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce. There's so many of them. Just Google, and then you'll find one which basically suits your need. Go discover, figure out their functionalities and the pricing, and just pick one of them. And of course, depending on which market you're going to operate, some of these providers will actually not qualify because they may not have ready-made integration with the payment provider or shipping provider who are actually operational in your market. So depending on that as well, you may actually end up with only one or two which are actually relevant in your market. So this is for the small ones. The medium ones is actually a very interesting category. So for the medium ones, they first need to understand that what is their business plan and what is their vision. If they are actually starting a business which is for long run, and they actually foresee a tremendous scale in 3 to 4 years, I think my first advice to them is that rather than going for any commercial off-the-shelf e-commerce platform, what they should do is they should start investing in a platform of their own, which they can evolve as they go along and as they scale their business. The reason I say so is that, let's say today I sell you a license of an e-commerce platform. Let's say, for the sake of example, Hybris. Now, even if I give you this entire suite of e-commerce, what will happen is that you will not use even 20% of its features. So what the point is that you need the basic e-commerce functionality like a shopping cart, search, product catalog, and a checkout page, and payment integration, shipping integration, and maybe a small time order management system at the back to start delivering or processing your order. So if that is true, then you basically don't need a full-fledged product to start with. And if this is true, then what you can do is you can actually build this kind of capabilities on your own using your own custom technology in almost the same amount of time that it will take for you to customize and purpose a commercial off-the-shelf product to your needs. So basically, if you buy a Hybris license, it will take, let's say, 6 months for you to basically set it up, configure, customize, and deploy your own look and feel. And I think in that same amount of time, you can have your own basic shopping cart also operational, because development tools are very smart these days. There are a lot of rapid application tool available. So this is my first advice to anybody who's in the medium category and who are actually looking at a substantial scale in near future. However, if the business knows that it is only gonna go up to a certain level and it's not gonna see a massive scale in future, or maybe the growth pattern is already quite predictable, for them the advice is that they should go for some sort of a commercial off the shelf product. There is Hybris, there is Magento, there is BigCommerce again, and there are some headless e-commerce systems like Elastic Path and all. So you can pick and choose one of them, and then you can sort of configure them and deploy, or maybe go for their software as a service subscription. It all depends on how you want to get started with something, the licensing costs, and how much of tech talent you have at the time of starting up. So depending on your circumstances, you may either buy a license, get the software, then run it on your own infrastructure, either on premise or in cloud, or you can start off with one of their software as service based offering, and then gradually get into a mode where you can say that, look, now I want to run it in my own infrastructure or in my own private cloud. So this is the medium category. And third category, the large category, is obviously my advice is that don't go for any commercial off the shelf product, because any such product will basically help you go up to a certain distance, and that distance, I can tell you, in most of the companies it's about 3 years. And once business starts growing and scaling up, you start feeling the challenges with a product, because most of the products, first of all, are monolithic in nature. So basically, what is a monolith? So they come as one bundle of hundreds and thousands of functionalities as a one single software installation. So what happens is that, irrespective of what part of business is growing, you will have to literally scale the entire monolith as your business grows. So this is a problem with most of the commercial off the shelf products, and it is also not cost effective. For large customers, my advice is that build a custom platform. Look at some, your top 20, 50 capabilities that your e-commerce platform needs, and then you build maybe microservices and micro front ends to enable those functionalities. Look at APIs and whether you need just the APIs, and you need to connect only a mobile app. Maybe you don't have a website, so you don't need to build two things. And then according to your needs, you basically do a bespoke development of your e-commerce engine. And the advantage with that is that it will evolve as your business evolves, and then you can experiment with a lot of new technologies. The biggest pain these days is that as you progress with time, new technologies, new programming languages and frameworks come, and they become popular, and then you start feeling that, look, oh no, my platform is built on something which was like 5-year old technology, and now I really feel bad. So if you start building a platform of your own, and you build it in sort of a modular or sort of smaller chunks of services, which we also technically call microservices or micro frontends, then what happens is that as you progress and as new technologies come, you can actually adopt those new technologies in incremental capabilities that you are building. And it also becomes easier for you to scrape some of your past work and adopt a new technology if there is a substantial gain in productivity to do that. Another advantage is that once you start doing your own software development to build your own e-commerce platform, you can scale it the way you want it to be. And this is a major advantage of a custom software. Uh, in an e-commerce business, speed is everything, and you can't compromise with this entire speed thing. You want your app or your website to be super responsive. It should just render the results in a few milliseconds. So all those fine controls you can get only when you have the code in control. And this is where the importance of this entire custom software is actually amplified. So I think for large customers, custom e-commerce platform is the way to go, and there should not be any doubt about that. And if somebody is starting up and they have big plans, there may be an argument about time to market, for which somebody may say that, look, let's buy something now and then let's build it in the long run. I think that never happens. Once you get locked into something, then your day-to-day issues, firefighting, will actually never let you prioritize building up of a custom platform, which will eventually replace. And then what happens is that that platform will always start doing a catch up with your existing platform, and then this entire problem of feature parity will creep in, and then you get used to, or your staff get used to a certain system, and then you want to switch them to a new system. So this entire problem of training and familiarizing with the new system comes into picture. So this entire acceptance becomes a challenge. So I think for large customer, definitely custom software is the way to go. For medium, preference is that if you are having big plans, go for custom. If you know that your business is not gonna go or not gonna see a scale which is sort of exponential in nature, then probably go for a commercial off-the-shelf product. And then if you're a small business, just go for a self-service shop builder, and I think that should be sufficient for you. Hi friends, I hope you liked my video, and I'm sure that if you have watched my video till this point, you may already have some comments, suggestions, or ideas for me to make my videos better in future. So I will really appreciate if you can send your comments, put them below on my YouTube video, and give me ideas, give me suggestions on how I can make this more helpful for people like yourself or anybody else in your network. And I will definitely work on all your comments and suggestions. And of course, questions are more than welcome. So if you have more questions on this topic or any other topic, please do send your questions, and if I am able to answer myself, I will try to answer. Otherwise, I will try to rope in someone else from my network who can answer these questions for you. And hopefully, we will try to address some of the concerns or questions or queries that you have in your mind. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please click on the bell icon and subscribe, so that whenever I post a new video, you get an alert, and then you can watch my latest video. And thank you very much for staying with me so far, and I wish you all the best, and stay in touch. Thank you.